Okay, good morning and welcome to my second session. Okay, so I'm story for the what should I say audio problem. Okay, yes. So what I was telling you, yes, I was what should I say telling you about what should I say my presentation this morning. Okay, yes, I did which is a test, which is a text features, the different features of a text. Okay, and then I will just quickly go through the recapitulation, and then after that we are going to spend what should I say few minutes on that oral presentation and the listening skill, which I think whatever I am doing in this session will be related to what Kedenjula had spoken. Okay, in her session, that is listening and or oral presentation. Okay, yes. So, which was in my first session, I was talking about the text features. Okay, yes. Yes. So, this morning I talked on text features, and previous day, okay, I talked about the different text structures. Okay, we have got one text structure and we have text features. Now both these are very important, okay, when it comes to which is expository writing. Okay, yes, text structures, how the text is organized by the writer, and text features are what are the different features. I have also given you an example of what should I say, the face and nose, okay, ears, all these are different features. So when you come across one text, okay, for example one textbook or reference book. Now there are so many features in this text. Okay, there will be a title, there will be a subheading. Okay, there will be text box, there will be some which is say illustration, there will be some photos here. Okay, yes. So what should I say? These are the different features, and I've already covered that lesson in my previous session, and those who are interested, okay, you can go through my first session where I talked about the text features. You got it? Okay, yes. Now, what should I say? We are just talking about the oral presentation and listening skills. In my previous session, I also gave you a small, what should I say, listening skill where I dictate something and you write, and then you read, and then I tell, which is, I request you to do a small kind of oral presentation, keeping all the things in mind, whatever Kedenjula had just spoken. Okay, yes. Now, what should I say, just a few months back during the lockdown, I have also, what should I say, uploaded one video through which I try to, what should I say, give some kind of idea what the students can do during their lockdown. Okay, now this is just a small presentation. You can say oral presentation, that is just a sample. Okay, you can do much better than that, but just to give you some idea about what presentation that you have to give, I've got some YouTube which is a video, and I want you to watch this just for a few minutes. Okay, it's just 3 or 4 minutes. Thought in their wildest dream that there will be a time when everybody will be kept inside within the four walls of their houses? Well, I guess no, including myself. But not far from today, with the discovery of the coronavirus in Wuhan, China, in December last year, the whole world had to undergo a scenario which has not been thought of even in their wildest dream. This small virus, which is so insignificant to our naked eyes, had created such a havoc and panic that one by one, the greatest of the greatest nations had to declare either complete or partial lockdown and observe social distancing. Like all others, I have been under this lockdown for the past few weeks. Occasionally, I come out during a particular time to do my daily grocery shopping. Since nothing of such sort had ever happened before except during the World Wars, people had a hard time passing their time in their respective homes. True to the saying that everything has its pro and con, good and bad sides, this lockdown has its own good sides and bad sides. Well, while there are bad sides due to this lockdown for sure, like global economic regression and the loss of employment, there are so many good sides as well. For example, for the first time, people started valuing their lives. Didn't we all keep ourselves locked inside, fearing the attack from this virus, which would eventually take our lives? We also began to understand the principle of interdependence, which says that we all are dependent on one another. That is, your action can have a far-reaching effect on others. Last but not the least, we get to spend good time with our family members, especially with our parents and children. So, I'm going to conclude here with the saying, there is always a silver lining in every black cloud. So, have patience and everything will be okay. Remember, today we are safe because there are people outside, there on the street and in the hospital fighting this virus. So let us all keep them in our prayers. Let us also send our prayers for all those who have died and their buried family. Thank you. So this is a small English exercise the children can do during their lockout. Okay, during their lockdown, they can write a small piece of a paragraph on any topic, and then they start presenting that in front of their camera. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is just a simple example. Okay, you can also do what your oral presentation like this. I'm not saying that this is the perfect one, but I'm trying to give you some kind of idea. Okay, yes. Okay, so when I say it's better you practice this kind of oral presentation, okay, yes. Now the question is, where do I find the material? Okay, so actually there is no need for you to, what should I say, try to find one text and then you memorize that and presentation, okay, because when you look back, okay, we have already learn how to write a paragraph, and now you know how to write a very simple paragraph. So instead of looking for some materials where you are going to use for your own oral presentation, why don't you write your own simple paragraph, keeping in mind all the structures? You got it? So that is what I had already done in the previous session. What should I say, talked about, I just dictate, I gave you a dictation on, what should I say, that online class. Okay, yes. So let us, what should I say, go back to the lesson, the online class, and try to see whether you can also come up with such simple paragraphs or not. Okay, so I want you to go through the slides. I'm going to go through the slides once more. Okay, yes. So this morning we did this. Okay, it's very simple, and then what should I say, anybody, okay, yes, class 5, 6 student, they can easily do this. Okay, yes. So you can see first there is a greeting, good morning everybody, okay, and then today I'm going to tell you why I like online class. Okay, so that is the topic sentence. I'm going to tell you why I like. You can also say why I don't like. Now, there are different, what should I say, way of writing your own topic sentence. Now, this is just an example. I'm going to tell you why I like online class. Okay, and then you write all the supporting details. You come up with only 3, which is solid points. For example, here I've used, well, first of all, so these are the transition. You just keep in mind transition. Okay, I can revisit the lesson anytime. Okay, so that is my first supporting detail. Secondly, there is no need for me to go to school. Okay, yes. This is my second point. And the last one, last but not the least, my parents let me use gadgets during that time. Thus, I like online class. That is a very simple paragraph. I told you there is the, which is the introduction, there is the body, and there is conclusion. So you can make it very long, depending upon your own, which is style. Okay, yes. So that is a very simple, and you can also do this kind of presentation. Okay, yes. For example, okay, I'm going to write this. So, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Okay, yes. So you can say good morning, everybody, or good morning, all. Today, I am going to tell you why I like online class. Well, first of all, I can revisit the lesson anytime I like. Secondly, there is no need for me to go to school. Last but not the least, my parents let me use gadgets during this time or during that time. Okay? Thus, I like online class. Okay, now if you prepare this, first of all, what you will know is you will be familiar with all the, what you see, the transition words that we have already done during which are paragraph writing. Okay, and second thing, you will be very familiar with the which is the structure, the main structure of how the paragraph looks like. You have got the introduction, you have got the body, and you have got the conclusion. Okay, yes. So once you have that structure, then it's easy for you to build up. Okay, yes. So you keep on writing so many sentences depending about the topic that you are convenient. Okay, yes. So here I'm just talking about the online, because the online we all are familiar. Okay, yes. So what should I say? Instead of thinking about what should I talk, I want to do some kind of presentation. Should I talk about computer? Should I talk about my best friend? Should I talk about my place? Okay. Instead of doing like that, you just write one paragraph with the proper topic sentence. Today I am going to tell you why I like. So this is a topic sentence. This is a good topic sentence. Why? Because you can come up with supporting details why you like. Also come up with why I like. You can also why I don't like, why I hate. Okay, yes, so many things. Okay, if you do. Now there is no need for you to memorize that much because you have got the content. Okay, yes. So my topic will be about online. Okay, online. I like this online. What are the reasons? First one, I can revisit. Okay. Second one, which is there is no need for me to go to school. And the third one, my parents let me use my gadgets. The gadgets are the all the electronic devices. Okay. Now once you have that thing, okay, yes. Now in the first day, sometimes you may have to memorize that. Otherwise, if you come across this again and again, then there's no need for you to memorize that. And then whatever you present, it all becomes natural. Okay. Instead of a presentation looking like just a mug up. Okay. Yes, rote memory like this. Okay. So that is the thing that you have to keep in mind. So this morning I gave you this, and those who are who have attended my first presentation, I'm sure you have written that. Okay, so that is the structure. That is just a mental text I told you. Okay, so there are so many things that you can change. Okay, and then you keep practicing. You do your own oral presentation. Okay, yes. Now, if you look at this, I will just give you some kind of oral presentation. Okay, yes, keeping in mind all the things that Getenchula had which is spoken this morning. Okay, so if I, which facing the camera, if I say, good morning, everybody, I'm going to, now this is not the right way of doing the oral presentation. Okay, yes. So suppose if I have to present this, okay, this is just an example. Okay, so I will be doing like this. Okay, good morning, everybody. Today, I'm going to tell you why I like online class. Well, first of all, I can revisit my lesson anytime I like. The second reason is there's no need for me to go to school. Last but not the least, my parents, they let me use the gadget during this time. Thus, I like online class. I hope you also like online class. Now, this is how you do presentation. You can do much better than this, and there are different ways of presenting a small piece of oral presentation, where you can use different kind of intonation and stress like this. Okay, yes. So instead of looking for different text material for your oral presentation, I request you to stick to this for the time being. Okay, we are just beginning. Of course, you can talk about so many other topics, okay, you are familiar with. Now, if you are not familiar, I want you to just stick to this, okay? It's very easy. So, for example, this is the structure. You keep on changing the inner words, otherwise the structure should remain same. Now, what is the structure? Good morning, everybody. This should be there for, first of all, the greeting, okay? And today I'm going to, you can also keep this, okay? Tell you, okay? Now from here, you can change, okay? Yes, you just choose your own topic, okay? Yes. So today I'm going to, and then I'm going to explain, or I'm going to tell you the reason, or I'm going to tell you why I like, I'm going to tell you why I hate all these things, okay? Yes. Well, first of all, you keep this, and then you can come up with your own supporting details, okay? But I did not disrupt the structure. You see, the structure remains same. So this is how the mentor text look like. So first of all, you come up with your first reason up to here. You keep the secondly, because you are not supposed to disrupt the structure, and you can change this. Okay, you can come up with your second argument or second supporting details. Okay, and then last but not least, you keep this, you can change, you can come up with your third supporting details. This is the third one. And thus, I like, okay, yes, if it is like, if it is a hate or anything, okay. Now, this is what I mean by the structure. You see the structure? So, keeping that structure intact, you have to keep on building. So, it depends upon your own topic. So, good morning, everybody. Today, I'm going to explain the 3 reasons why. Good morning. I'm going to tell you 3 important factors about my country. Okay, good morning all. Today I'm going to tell you why I hate CBSE board examination. Or now there are so many things. And then you come up with first of all, secondly, last but not the least. Okay. Now, if you keep on practicing this, I told you, okay, first of all, you will be very familiar with how you can write a paragraph because you have to follow these things. Okay, yes. And then secondly, you will also get, which we say, the practice in your oral presentation. You got it? Okay, yes. So here is one more example. Okay, yes. For example, good morning all, or good morning everybody. Okay, today I'm going to share 3 facts. Okay, yes. So today I'm going to instead of tell, I'm going to say today I'm going to share 3 facts of COVID-19. Now you can come up with topics like this. Okay, good morning all. Today I'm going to share 3 main facts about the place where I am staying. Okay, I'm going to tell you 3 important secrets of my best friend. Okay, now there are so many things, and once you have that, well, first of all, okay, yes, what is the first fact you are going to do? Okay, yes, the COVID-19, the disease, okay, first originated from Wuhan, China. Okay, you can write like this. And secondly, this disease has killed thousands of people all over the world. Okay, yes, you can come. And last but not the least, there has not been any vaccine developed for this COVID-19. Okay, so these are the points. Now, if you are telling about the 3 facts of COVID-19, you can talk about its origination, origin. Second one, the number of deaths. And third one, you can talk about the vaccines. Okay, now these are the points that I've collected from my pre-writing strategy. You know pre-writing. Now, if I have to talk about the 3 important facts of COVID-19, what do you do in the pre-writing stage? You try to collect, brainstorm so many topics, and out of these so many topics that you have gathered, you choose just 3 important facts that you are familiar with. The same thing I have done with the online class. Okay, you just first in your pre-writing stage, why I like online class, and you just try to, which they say, why I like online class. Now these are the pre-writing strategy. I just brainstorm and write all the points. You got it? And then I choose out of all these things. I've just chosen the 3 most important topics, okay, that I'm familiar with. So like this can be the main text for your oral presentation. Did you understand? Okay, yes. For example, good morning everybody. Today I'm going to tell 3 important facts about COVID-19. First of all, this COVID-19 originated from Wuhan, China. Secondly, this disease has killed thousands of people all over the world. Last but not the least, this disease does not have any vaccine so far. So these are the 3 important facts about COVID-19. Okay, so that is a very short, crispy presentation. Now, if you are more familiar, then you can just make your passage longer. Okay, you feel which are more comfortable. So like this. Okay. So once you are ready with the presentation, as I've already told you in my previous session, you just invite your family members, you just invite your friends, you just invite your your siblings. Okay. And then in front of that, you just do a small kind of oral presentation. Okay. And if you are doing good, then you can also upload and you can share your presentation to your teachers. Okay. When I uploaded that small piece, a few students, they just came up with your own version, but their presentation was very long. Okay. So for students, there's no need for you to come up with a long presentation. You just be very short. Okay. And during that short time, you just try to use all the things that you have to keep in mind when you are doing an oral presentation, like Getenjola has already, which is spoken on. Okay, what are the things that you have to keep in mind when you are doing an oral presentation? Okay, so this is how we start. This is where we begin. Okay, and then you can gradually, which is when you go to higher level, there are other tactics that you can learn. Now for the time being, now this is the thing that you have to keep in mind. You just try to make your presentation very short. Did you understand? Now, okay, so I'm going to stop here, and I hope you will keep this in mind, and you just stick to this and try to come up with so many topics. Okay? Yes. Thank you.